Hey, adventure lovers! Today I have a story that will leave you on the edge of your seat. Let me take you on a wild ride back to my days in the army, a time filled with unexpected twists and turns. We were stationed in a remote, mountainous region far from civilization. The landscape was rugged, the air crisp, and the sense of isolation palpable. One day, while on duty far from camp, I noticed something moving in the distance. My curiosity piqued. I decided to investigate. As I got closer, I realized it was a snake pinned down by a rock and struggling to free itself. It was a sight that stirred something deep within me. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would I help a snake, especially in such a dangerous environment? But something inside me couldn't just leave it there. Maybe it was empathy, or perhaps a sense of duty to help a fellow creature in distress. So I carefully pushed the rock away and the snake slithered off into the wild. It was a small act of kindness, but it felt significant. Watching it disappear into the underbrush, I felt a strange sense of satisfaction. Little did I know, this encounter was far from over. Fast forward 3 days later, I found myself in the same spot. The memory of the snake still fresh in my mind. Surprisingly, there was that same snake again. It was almost as if it was waiting for me. It didn't seem aggressive, so I cautiously fed it from my supplies. The snake accepted the food, and a strange bond began to form. It was a strange bond, but hey, life is full of surprises, right? Sometimes the most unexpected connections can be the most profound. Then, just as I was getting ready to head back to camp, the snake lunged at me. My heart raced as it wrapped itself around my head. It wrapped itself around my head, breathing right in my face. I could feel its scales against my skin, its breath warm and unsettling. I was paralyzed with fear. Every muscle in my body tensed, and I could barely breathe. We stayed like that until dawn, the snake never loosening its grip. It was a long, terrifying night, one that seemed to stretch on forever. As the first light of morning broke, the snake simply uncoiled and slithered away, as if nothing had happened. I was left in a state of shock and relief. I was shaken but relieved, and I made my way back to camp. My mind was racing with thoughts of the bizarre encounter, but what awaited me was pure horror. The camp was eerily silent, a stillness that sent chills down my spine. The entire camp was silent, eerily so. It was as if time had stopped and a sense of dread filled the air. I soon discovered that everyone, every single person, had been slaughtered in their sleep. The guards, too. It was a scene of unimaginable horror. No one was left alive. The realization hit me like a ton of bricks, and I felt a wave of grief and disbelief wash over me. It hit me then like a ton of bricks. The snake had saved my life. By keeping me immobilized throughout the night, it had inadvertently kept me away from the camp and the massacre that had taken place. The snake had saved my life. By keeping me immobilized throughout the night, it had inadvertently kept me away from the camp and the massacre that had taken place. It was a profound realization, one that changed my perspective forever. By keeping me immobilized throughout the night, it had inadvertently kept me away from the camp and the massacre that had taken place. It was a strange twist of fate, one that I would never forget. So there you have it. A snake, often seen as a symbol of danger, had become my unexpected savior. It was a lesson in the unpredictability of life and the unexpected ways in which we can be saved. A snake, often seen as a symbol of danger, had become my unexpected savior. Life is full of twists and turns, and sometimes the most unlikely of allies can save you from certain death. Life is full of twists and turns, and sometimes the most unlikely of allies can save you from certain death. It's a reminder that we should never take anything for granted and always be open to the unexpected. Thanks for tuning in, adventure lovers. I hope this story has inspired you to see the world a little differently. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more unbelievable stories. Stay safe out there and always be ready for the unexpected.